This is the beginning of Fran's bucket list tour of Wellfleet and Cape Cod. Here we are, October 8th, 2016, up in Cape Cod with the whole family, having a great time. Yes?
Yes. See you soon. Bye.
We have the wonderful Cecilia, our resident movie star. We are at
Bittersweet tour of Wellfleet. Beautiful.
This is our first stop at Wavecrest Beach. Wanted to give Fran a chance to enjoy a little bit of ocean air. This was her bucket list trip. Cece! Cecilia! Cece wants to be a movie star, so it's important that I take pictures of her. Now the gang's almost all here. Okay. Hi, Gloria.
Hi.
Hi, Eric. Here we are at Newcomb Hollow, our favorite beach. Where did you see any? We were looking for them before.
A baby fox? Oh, on the road.
There's a lot of
Just on our way here, just before we get.
Oh my gosh. Was he just on, was that just on the side?
On the side, yeah.
Oh. So cute. Yeah, it's pretty up here. Yeah. I like how I was saying Andrew, I like how the houses got kind of older looking and just cute little cottages. Yeah.
Well, there's an odd thing. Somebody's doing squats on the beach.
Taking a picture.
Wait. Okay, numero uno. Oh, he gets such a kick out of that every time I say it, really. Oh, goodness.
I don't think you're recording.
I am.
Sure, alright.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Alright.
Say something about your mom's bucket list challenge.
This bucket list challenge?
Yeah, this is it. This is, Newcomb Hollow was the first part of the bucket list. How are we doing? Well, Cape Cod was the first part of the bucket list.
What do you think, Mom? How are we doing on the...
This is a minor...
An itinerary for the bucket list?
Okay, so what next?
What's next? Here we're at Newcomb Hollow. King Philip Road.
Road, okay.
And the house.
Is that before or after PJ's for ice cream?
I don't want it.
I think
You
PJ,
don't
I don't
want
think
ice
PJ's
cream?
is open.
You're kidding.
Sure they are.
Mom, what was the first memory you have of coming to this beach?
We can't talk about that because it was private.
Okay, second memory you have of coming to this beach.
Coming with Grandma and Grandma.
Your parents?
Yes.
Being Ralph. Okay.
And Grandpa kept the shoes on the whole time.
That on a lawn chair.
Sat on a lawn chair. Not a beach chair, but a upright lawn chair.
And you got knocked over by a wave. You were really little. That was my memory.
I got knocked over by a wave.
Yeah, it scared you for about 15 minutes.
You know what though? So I recently went to the beach with some friends and realized that I'm very comfortable in swimming in the ocean, and not everybody is. Because not everyone was lucky enough to spend summers on Cape Cod.
That's right.
So
Swimming in the ocean's a whole experience.
yeah,
If you haven't done it, people don't realize what it's all about.
where are we going? Cape Phillip Road.
King Philip Road and where?
The end of Cape Phillip Road.
Well, there you go. Somebody's having a great time sailing out, just like we used to do in the old days. What do you name? What's the name of this place?
King Phillip Road.
Yeah, no. What's the name of this beach?
I think it's called King. I don't know. You remember?
No. King Philip Road, please.
Fox Island, right?
Fox Island Beach?
It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe part of the Fox Island Preserve.
This feels like one of those places that wouldn't really have been on everyone's radar.
Right.
The bay beaches are not as nice for swimming as the ocean beaches. Well, I guess they're good like for little kids. Like we used to swim in the
They're
bay
rocky.
when we were kids, 'cause
There's a
they're
lot of
phenomenal
rocks.
waves.
A lot of rocks, a
No,
lot
just
of
the water
shells.
isn't as
Not as nice.
rejuvenating.
Well, it's not as cold.
But it's
It's not as bracing.
it doesn't
I
feel the
like
same.
it.
But it's also that like when you're a little kid, like the bay waves are like inches.
Uh-huh.
And the ocean waves are big ocean waves.
So you're like, yeah, I want big ocean waves.
No, when you're like a little kid, it's not safe to go in the big
Oh.
ocean.
No, when we were little kids, we liked the big waves.
I think when we got big enough to survive in them, we did.
Yeah, but when weren't we big enough?
When we were like
Wait.
3 and 4.
Oh,
I asked in here.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't you
that
have?
seems like it'd be really nice.
Didn't Debbie and Andy have kayaks here?
Right.
Yeah,
It'd be a nice place
but
to
we didn't
kayak.
really bar. Once in a while we did it, a couple of times.
Andrew, did Andrew tell you about the kayak you used to have?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but if it were, but it isn't really just 6 hours. But at any rate, that's true.
We recently watched some home videos that you filmed of breakfast, sometime in the early 90s.
What
It's
is it?
pretty funny.
Well, this is our bucket list challenge.
Oh, God.
So we're videotaping this
I see.
experience for posterity.
I haven't
Okay,
seen a video
assuming
like
that
in a while.
that our trips back to Cape Cod will be not as frequent as they have been in the past. So, here we are, enjoying ourselves at Cape Cod and celebrating.
Can almost smell the ocean.
You can almost smell the ocean, right? There you go.
Especially if it's
Okay.
low tide.
Huh?
I said especially if it's low tide.
Is it low tide?
No,
He's just making it
It's
up.
getting pretty close.
It's getting pretty close, yes.
When you come sneaking around Blackfish Creek and it's low tide, you can smell it.
There you
Oh,
go.
for sure.
You know?
You can smell Chipman's cup.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen with global warming. The outer Cape is just going to turn into an island. They'll just be cut off right there.
Right.
Where?
wait, won't
Where are they
have to take
saying?
the
Not before there's.
So maybe Truro will be
Not
above.
before where Blackfish Creek, is, and
Okay.
that, I'm just sort of.
Right, who knows, right?
I'm just.
We'll end up like Billings Gate.
hypothesizing.
Meaning that that there'll be a channel between the ocean and the bay,
Correct.
just right about where the general store is.
South Wellfleet General
South-
Store is.
Okay, so if you want to sell real estate short,
Yeah.
South Wellfleet is a good bet. Totally. Okay, we got it. We got it. And Fred, what do you have to say about this?
Nothing.
As always, well said.
Fred will just park his boat where the new channel is.
Yeah, that'll be a long haul.
Better access
all
to
way
the
around.
ocean.
Right.
How come you never had it moored? Why did you always take it in?
Well, I've been on the list for a,
Oh,
I could've got a mooring,
But a slip, you've been on the list for slip?
Oh.
yeah, for 23 years.
Yeah, since we.
They actually offered me a slip this year.
And you said, no, make it
No, I
24.
think, I wouldn't take one with all the mud in that harbor.
Oh, it's gross.
I mean,
Because you
no
can only
water,
get,
your
you
boat's
can only
sitting
get
in
it
the
at
mud.
high tide.
No good.
But even so, then you'd have that long trip around to get to, where you wanna
To Race Point is 20 miles round trip more than it is from the
go.
Panama.
Right, right.
Even more on
Well,
low
why
water
can't
when
you
you
keep
gotta
it
go
in the
all the way
water in
around
Truro? No
the
slips?
shoal.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
No slips in Truro?
They have moorings, but I would rather keep it out of the water.
Really?
Well, the hull's cleaner, goes faster.
Much easier.
It just seems like such a bigger undertaking to.
It really isn't.
If
Or
you know
shut
how to,
it
you know,
down.
I've seen
put it
Fred do it.
back in the boat.
Pops it in, pops it out, not a problem.
Once you
He just revs up his boat and just shoots it right
I can do it myself without, even when I'm by myself.
I watched him do it once and I said, oh,
Easy enough?
Tie the
He
boat
was
to the
gonna crash
trailer
over
and
the back
back
of
it
the
down, hop over the,
one day he
hop
brought it
over
into
the
the
bow,
Wellfleet
put it
and
on
I
the
was down
dock,
with,
come back and park the
Tom
trailer.
Reinhardt. And he was coming
Takes
in.
10 minutes.
I guess we were too, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
We were
we
really
watched
pretty good at it, I thought,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, well, you get. the-
Mr. Know-it-all tried to get our boat out of the
Mr.
water.
Know-it-all.
Remember how many times?
I don't even rate a dad, right?
Remember how many
Mr.
times- remember how long it took
Know-it-all,
you to get the trailer
right?
down the ramp?
What?
Only do it once or twice a year.
Yeah, it's hard.
Exactly.
Okay.
I only did it twice a year, right?
You know,
So,
some of our favorite recreation time on windy
Watching
days
that.
is to go down to the marina and watch people try to put their boats on their trailer.
Or they're backing that trailer up. I tried that a couple of times with Tom Reinhardt's trailer. Jesus.
it's tough.
Well, because it hinges the other way.
Well, it's not
No,
only
it's
that.
because you gotta learn how to
It's a
handle a
combination of
trailer.
that plus figuring out how you're gonna get that trailer. You have to get it right lined up to go down the ramp. And so, yeah, plus it's hinging the other way, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's a long trailer.
It is once you do it every time.
If you do it a couple of times, yeah. He was always on my case. Come on, can't you learn how to do this? I said, sure, if I crash your trailer a couple of times on the side of the.
Well, you know what I finally did that helped me learn how to do it was I took the boat on the trailer and I took it into the by Pilgrim Spring. You know, I took it by the parking lot and I backed it up
Down in Indianapolis.
and I practiced.
Yeah.
And finally, I learned how you have to do it. But
You
it
still
was
have to
only
go.
because I consciously took it out there and practiced before I did it that I actually managed to do it right.
Yeah.
What boat was this you're talking about?
You know, the Mariner. You know, my sailboat.
Your
my-
smaller
yeah, my
sailboat.
sa- my s- small sailboat. Yeah.
Right over there. Thanks. It's here.
So
I was just thinking of the story of the woman that flew out of. How
Oh.
did that work?
Now you can
Oh, I didn't see this, but my friend did this. Man and his wife are launching their boat, and he would back down the trailer and slam the brakes on, and the boat slides off the trailer into the water. Well, he forgot to unhook the bow hook. He slammed the brakes on, and she went right over the outboard into the water.
Fortunately, there was enough water there.
Yes.
Right, totally.
We're gonna run along as soon as Cecil B. DeBernstein finishes here.
And here we have a truly spectacular day on Cape Cod at the wonderful house of Mary Ekmalian, still here, trying to make the best of it. This is her pond, this is her pool, and out there yonder is Cape Cod Bay with all the whitecaps and the 50-mile-an-hour winds, which have since dissipated greatly. But if you get a look at this, you see a little bit of what we got over the past 36 hours. Very heavy winds. And yesterday was a total washout. So here we are, getting ready to head. And here we are at the Highland Landing, famous lighthouse that was moved back several hundred feet from the edge of the cliffs, standing watch over the shoreline. Abandoned Air Force Base, and of course the famous Highland Golf Course, scene of Eric Harris Bernstein's first actual golf course adventure. And of course, off in the distance, we have the Pilgrim Monument. Excuse my unsteady hand.
Fond memories of coming here in the dark, the family. It was eerie to me watching the light scan over the countryside and the boys really like being here. That's it.
And here so Cecilia, what did you think about the Cape Cod light?
Very nice. Beautiful here.
Neat, huh?
Yeah.
And you know, it was several hundred feet further toward the ocean before they moved it on railroad tracks, and there's a whole movie about how they did it.
Oh, I see. This is not the real place.
No, this was not the original place.
When we started to come here, it was much closer
To the
to
water.
the water.
Okay, now we're off to P-Town.
Okay.
And here we are at Race Point, one of the epic beaches of Cape Cod. Windy day, a lot of rough surf out there. Nobody swimming. Nobody surfing. But a great place. What happened? I thought you were going to go for a swim.
I don't have my baby, sorry.
At McMillan Wharf. Very neat. Heading down to the Provincetown Art Association and Museum. P-Town looks much the same. A little quiet, Columbus Day weekend, but a lot of people here anyway. Okay, stopping off for a cocktail. At the end of the day, it's been nice. Looking out over P-Town, McMillan Wharf. Ed, you want to quote Donald Trump? Okay, totally.
I'm quoting.
Here's Harvey talking about Cape Cod.
And so anyways, the first time Jackie and I came to Provincetown, I had a 1954 yellow Mercury convertible. And we drove to
Hot car.
Jamestown because there was no bridge. The Newport Bridge wasn't up yet, and you would have to take a ferry across. It wasn't really a ferry, it was like a rowboat. They put the car on. And the car stalled. And they had to push it onto the boat. And then we got over and we drove here. And of course, we had no money. So we stayed in the North Truro campgrounds and slept in the car.
North Truro Campground.
And Jackie,
Familiar with that place.
and Jackie, who wasn't of age yet, because it was 21 to drink here, and I was, you know, the older man, you know, the lecherous guy, and so Jackie had a false ID. And
Seriously? Do we want her grandchildren to be privy to this information?
I think she told them the story 8 times already. And so we would, you know, we came down to P-Town, and let's see, at that time, this was Old Speak.
We went to the A house.
We went to the A House, which is a gay, you know, dance bar, and we went to Piggy's, which is no longer in existence,
The A house still is.
in Shank Painter, and
First class.
and we, you know, came, and then I guess the next time, well, we walked around and we saw Captain Jack's Wharf, right? What did we see?
So what was Angel's Landing down at the end near
Oh.
the pier?
Right,
Near the fish pier.
yeah, Angel's Landing, which is now across from the Coast Guard station. And it was reasonable price, so we asked, and I guess it was the next time we came that we stayed there, right?
We stayed twice, 2 or 3 times at Angel's Landing, and then we stayed at Captain Jack's.
And then we stayed at Captain. So we have a long history.
You stayed at Captain Jack's?
Yeah,
Oh, for many years.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was the little place with the loft, right?
Yeah.
I got that.
And then when Katie was born,
We stayed at Captain Jack's for 2 years.
then Ribbons, in Ribbons.
And then we went to the East End, and then we went to Rhoda's.
What did we do in the, when we,
Because
Crave.
Ruth didn't like kids.
Yeah, because I used to, you know, Ella, Katie would wake up, you know, at 6 o'clock in the morning, and all the gay guys would come back late at night drunk, and they wanted to sleep. So I'd have to get up, put her on my bicycle, and we'd ride around for 3 hours until 9 o'clock when I could bring her back. So I knew, you know, all the trails, everything. And, you know, these are some of the Old Speak places. Edie's Coffee Locker. And where did Howard cook first? With Rose?
One place, I can't remember.
The pier.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. The Old Reliable.
The Old Reliable. Now, he was a famous cook.
Ooh, the Old Reliable, I remember that
Yeah,
place.
Howard-
That was on the pier, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Howard
It was
Mitchell.
very good.
Howard Mitchell.
You know what they had there that was so wonderful? They had stuffed cod.
That was Howard's recipe.
Stuffed
yeah.
cod.
And Howard lived
It
across
was really
the road
fantastic.
from us on Commercial Street. He was deaf, and he drank a lot. So after he cooked, he would come back and fall out, and they'd have to wake him up to start cooking, you know, and you'd always hear, Howard!
And people would put shoes in his window.
And so, and then after, was Alex Rose? What was it? Yeah, and the old Reliable was, really old Provincetown. Because if he ran out of stuff, Rose would go to the A&P and buy stuff. And then Howard, Rose, I don't know, he got whatever. And then Howard was the cook at Rosie's.
No, he was never.
He was the cook
that's
at
right. He taught
Rose.
Freddie how to cook.
He took,
Right, we talked about that last night.
and then,
And then he went to New Orleans and became really famous.
yeah. So, and let's see, who else was in Provincetown? Well, Norman Mailer, and he had he was next to Rhoda.
Right.
I'm friends with John Buffalo, you know.
Well, yeah, because he was your tenant.
That's right.
Yeah. And who else was down there? John Snow. And what was that lady who had the white line?
Farrell Sibley was got her work in the Smithsonian.
She was famous.
Who's that?
Farrell Sibley Wharton.
And she lived next to us.
She was a white line printmaker.
And of course Ruth Hebert, which you all met, because she was at Katie's wedding.
Right. Katie got married on her deck, right?
No, on Rhoda's deck.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Rhoda and Bill, right?
Will.
Will. I knew it was an ILL.
Dr. Hebert, who was the only doctor in town.
When we first met. And we had a dog at that time.
Theo.
No, Bottom.
Oh, I know.
He had epilepsy, Dr.
Totally.
He treated.
Say what?
He treated our dog Bottom because Bottom had epilepsy.
And
there was no vets here.
There were no vets at that time. And so, he started shaking. He was about 2 years old at that point. The first time he had a fit, and we didn't know what to do. So we ran in the town and rang the doorbell. And, doctor, I don't want to embarrass you, whatever, but my dog. So he gave him some penicillin.
Funny last night,
In what way?
because she remembered Dr. Hebert falling asleep on his patients.
And Dr. Hebert was, the only town doctor, and
He amassed a lot of
he
property.
got a lot of property.
People who could not pay his bill to pay him.
Or on their deathbed.
That's how he got the wharf.
That's how they got the wharf. They got the schooner house, and then, there was a couple next to the wharf. It was called the Spooner House. They were old, I guess, Presbyterian English, who lived in this house. There was a mother and the daughter and her husband. And they would come out all dressed, in whites in the summer.
You have a fresh one, sir?
Yes, I would.
And
Play croquet
and they would pass out halfway through the game because they drank so much. And they would be lying on the lawn.
Katie and Ben had the bed from their house.
Katie and Ben what?
Well, when Katie was young, when the Spooners spooned away, there was a yard sale and we bought their iron and brass bed for Katie, and now it's Katie and Ben's bed.
And so when we,
Spooner House.
and then we moved,
Somebody talked about the Spooner House last night.
because the people that bought the Schooner House from Ruth bought Rhoda's house.
Yeah.
Right. And so then when Jackie, we had ribbons for a couple years because you were here with Katie, and then we moved across the street to Rhoda's house when she married Will. And so we rented West Vine for many, many years, and That's when we had the badminton tournament in the front of the house, and we had a vegetable garden over the septic system. And the zucchinis were this.
Totally
Bigger-
good,
bigger
good,
than-
good place to have a
bigger than
vegetable
Donald
garden.
Trump's
Really,
penis.
really. Whoa. No. Hey, listen. Be careful what you say about the Donald.
Okay.
Okay?
They
Really.
say it's small.
Because he watches all and hears all.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
so
hey,
you
I
gotta
don't
be
care.
careful.
I don't care, but you know.
Okay.
And
As long as you don't care, as
and
long as
then
you're willing
you
to
remember,
accept the risk.
This is going back when you started staying at the Day Hill.
The Day Hill.
You remember Stu Furman?
Oh yeah.
And
This is 1973
okay.
or
And,
1974.
and was Stu, who was the bluefish fisherman? Stu or the guy who Winslow?
Winslow, Don
Al
Winslow.
Winslow.
Al Winslow.
Yeah. And so we would trade zucchinis for bluefish.
I could appreciate that. I could appreciate
And
that.
then we would have a big
Thank you very much.
dinner. You know, and everybody on the West End would come. We had bluefish,
We had mussels.
mussels, because at that time you could still pick mussels off the breakwater. We had bluefish, zucchini,
And squid.
and squid. The kids would get squid off the beach, and they would take the squid to. There used to be a marina, aquarium here, and they would take the squid to the aquarium because they thought that it was a marine important to take them there, and then our friends the Tinkers, Ben Tinker would video the kids, and they wanted to make movies, and when Star Wars came out, they did a rendition of Star Wars, and Katie was
Princess Leia in a fish box.
In a fish box?
In a fish box.
What does a fish box mean?
Well, where they trade,
You get big fish boxes, and
You know, where
that's where
they
you
create-
like put
Yeah,
dead people and
okay.
stuff.
and they're next to our house, or across the street, was Robichaud. And they had a house that looked like a castle, like a haunted castle. And the kids used that as one of the props and our vacuum cleaner was R2-D2. And they schlepped everything over to, there used to be a place by the Moors that was called Blueberry Hill.
Well, no. We got to understand what's the Moors. Okay, you got to explain what the Moors are.
It's a landmass.
No, the Moors restaurant.
No, it has nothing to do with the Moors restaurant.
But it was down that way,
It was
yes?
right by the
It
Moors
was down. It was
restaurant
right by the Moors
and the
restaurant.
Moors motel.
Remember where we showed you where I'm already on my second
email from
Manhattan,
them
so
2 weeks ago
hard for me to focus.
about from a LinkedIn was
Say
this
what?
the Ben Tinker that you knew. And I looked at the picture and it was not the Ben Tinker that we knew. So I linked in
Where we
Ben Tinker
went to
and
Herring
I found
Cove.
him.
Remember we went to Herring
He's in
Beach,
San
Herring
Francisco,
Cove?
and he manages jazz clubs.
That over there
Which is-
used
I
to
thought
be
he did something
first of all,
in the music.
a
But they
lot
showed
of
the
Cape
picture, so I knew
Cod
exactly.
was Portuguese. So at the end of Cape Cod over there was a big restaurant called the Moors. And it was a big Portuguese restaurant. It was a wonderful place. It was really a wonderful
We never
place.
liked it.
Some people liked it and some people didn't. That's what makes the world go round.
It was
you know what
like, it was a really comfortable, nice place to be. Love the food, lots
We
of
like
people.
that piano bar.
But
We
you
like the
know,
piano.
Jackie, you got to admit that the one thing that they had that was really above and beyond was the linguiça soup, the kale soup. I think
At
that,
that point, the Mayfair made it better.
well, I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, in my memory, that kale soup was to die for. And we used to go with it with the kids.
Yeah,
We used to go there, we used to go there, we used to go there with the
Different
kids
strokes for different folks.
because we used to go there with the kids because it was a Moorish environment. They had all kinds of nautical stuff hanging from the ceiling. They had anchors and floats and you know, dead bodies and things.
No, it was a fun place.
It was a fun place for the kids to go. We went a bunch of times. We went a bunch of times. Who?
Dairy Queen.
Oh yes, the Dairy Queen.
They have the best.
The best kale soup. Yes. Here we are in Chatham. Here we are, Chatham Bars. Looking at the famous Coast Guard station. Nice to see that the Chatham fishing fleet appears robust. Certainly a hell of a lot more robust than Wellfleet. So this is just about the end of our bucket list trip. Looking out over the Chatham Bars.
He gave me a ride out today. Yeah, when he puts it away.
So long. Just saw a seal, but unfortunately the seal disappeared. There's a seal waving goodbye. A couple of seals.
Alright, dude. Alright, dude. You all done? Go home? Go home? I can go home. Alright, go home.
That's a little one, that's a pup. The other one was the mother.